This is a KZ750 and I'm ready to place the cam end seals. Between having read an article on KZ1000.net and a friend helping me with this process who owns a KZ650 has described leaks from the cam end seals several times before he found this technique. Clean the metal really well. I have a nylon pick here to clean the residue from probably a sealer from the cam end seals earlier. I have denatured alcohol to remove any last oil or gunk residue. So the recommended RTV sealer available at auto parts stores, this is a 3-ounce tube, half an ounce, available at auto parts stores, and he describes after cleaning the surface, applying a thin coat of that, placing the cam end seal, and putting the valve cover without the gasket on and finger tightening the bolts. These are round on the bottom, and I like the technique of putting the valve cover on top so this can cure in place mostly level without having to place it with your finger. So I'm going to do that, clean it all really well, use the denatured alcohol, wipe off everything all nice, put a thin coat of the RTV on, place the valve cover, and wait the recommended 24 hours. I have finished cleaning as much as I feel necessary. Have used the denatured alcohol to clean up any of the other residual oils, grime, whatever. I have the benefit of this plastic. It is what I use to clean it up with the sharp end. It's in lieu of a flat-bladed screwdriver, and I am going to apply this to both surfaces with a very thin, it's kind of got the consistency of toothpaste, and I'm not gonna want to put so much on there that it just smooshes out everywhere. This is where the cam is going to be clamped in place by several bolts. I'm not going to want to get anything on this surface over here. So I'm just placing this as light as I can, and I'll pick up the cam end seal and put a little bit on the surface too. When you torque it down, which I've been warned to pay very close attention to what the cam bolts and the valve cover bolts are supposed to be torqued to. You don't want to strip threads ever, but this is in a case where you may have to replace the threads, the heads, if a bolt gets stripped in there. So pretty much just kind of use your discretion. Go light on this stuff. It's going to get torqued down. And place the valve cover over it. Finger tight the nuts overnight to hold it in place and allow it to seal. I don't know how well that's going to show up there, but a thin coat. You don't want the stuff gushing everywhere. So I'll have to do a follow-up video of what it all looks like you know, after 500 miles or so, or 1,000 miles, to show what I did worked.